everyone. Welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Steven.
I'm Minnie.
Today's date is November 1st. Please refer to pages 8 to 9 under Composition.
那我们今天11月1号在8跟9页的地方，我们今天要来看图写作咯。
So the title today is, Are you a dog person or a cat person?
你是狗派还是猫派 ？Me, I'm a cat person.
Right, so it doesn't mean like, are you a dog person, right? A person who looks like a
狗
dog.
人
No, it means that you're someone who likes dogs. You're
Yes.
a dog person, or you're a person who likes cats. A cat person.
I know spider person.
Oh, I know. I don't really understand that. I'm a bird person. I do like birds. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about these two different animals and trying to see which one we are. Are you a dog person or a cat person? Let's get started.
Are you a dog person or a cat person? The animals in picture A are dogs, which are known for being loyal, active, and playful. They love being outdoors and can provide both protection and companionship. Dogs are famous for their expressive faces and their ability to understand human emotions. In picture B, we see cats. These graceful creatures are independent and like to groom themselves. They can be loving when they choose to be. Cats are also known for their flexible bodies, which allow them to jump and climb with ease. If I were to choose a pet, I would pick a dog. Because of their friendly nature, dogs are more interactive and can be great companions. In addition, their loyalty and protective nature provide a sense of safety and companionship that I really value. While cats are cute, I appreciate the strong connection and enjoyment that come with having dogs as pets.
The animals in picture A are dogs, which are known for being loyal, active, and playful.
那这边呢，开头他就先告诉你，图片 A 里面的动物呢是狗狗。那狗狗呢，它们以忠诚、活泼，而且很贪玩而闻名。所以我们可以看到 be 动词 known for 就是以什么闻名。
Yes. So dogs are known for being these three adjectives, which are separated by the commas, loyal, active, and playful. What other adjectives can you think of for dogs? Just looking at the picture, the first dog on the very left, I would use the adjective shaggy.
Shaggy?
Have you heard that adjective before? S-H-A-G-G-Y. It just means when you have very long, thick, usually like unkempt, which means like it's not combed, it's kind of messy.
就比较凌乱的头发。
Yeah, hair. So that's shaggy.
Shaggy.
Right? But then you also have like the dog on the very right. You could say that it's very furry.
Furry, 毛茸茸。
Yeah, so fur is the hair on animals such as dogs. So if you want to use an adjective, you could say furry, F-U-R-R-Y. And usually when you say furry, people imagine that when you touch it, it's very soft and it's very therapeutic.
很疗愈 therapeutic.
Yeah, so I do like touching dogs because I do find that very comforting for the soul. All right, let's continue. They love being outdoors and can provide both protection and companionship.
很重要的字哦 companionship 就代表说陪伴。所以呢，狗狗们喜欢在户外，而且可以提供保护跟陪伴。
Right. So here in this sentence, notice that since we already know the subject, they being the dogs we talked about in the previous sentence, after the and before the can, we don't have to say they again, right? Because we already know the subject in the beginning. So sometimes I think people might be uncomfortable not having a subject after the and, but if the subject is already known, we don't have to write it again.
所以老师这边讲到一个，我们在写作上面，台湾人在写作的时候，如果我们的句子没有主词，我们会很没有安全感。但在这边，因为我们可以看到对等连接词 and， 所以我们可以直接写说 and can provide， 因为我们前面已经提过 they， 前面上一句也提过 they 代表这个狗狗，所以我们已经用过代名词了。对等连接词之后呢，我们就可以直接把动词写出来就好，我们可以省略这个 they， 因为我们已经知道我们要讲什么了。
So what is companionship? Let's talk about the word companion first. A companion is a person or an animal with whom one spends a lot of time with or with whom one travels with.
所以 companion 如果去到那个 ship ship 这个字的话，因为其实我们看到 ship 就像 friendship, relationship， 它都是一个关系跟关系之间的连接。那如果我们把这个 ship 拿掉变成 companion， 它其实就是一个伴侣或者是一个陪伴的名词。
Yeah, and then ship, since we know that means like a boat.
一个船。
I mean, a way that you can think of it is like if you like somebody or like a group of people, you want to be on the same ship. Right? So it's like a friendship or fellowship of people that you associate with.
很具象化这个字
Right?
对，因为你想要跟这个人有关系，你希望可以跟他搭同一艘船嘛，对不对？所以就是用 ship 这个字，很棒。
Yeah. Let's continue. Dogs are famous for their expressive faces and their ability to understand human emotions.
在这一句呢，我们要特别注意 expressive 这个字，因为我觉得 expression 我们很常听到，就是代表说我们的表情嘛。那 expressive 它变成 adj 形容词。那再来还有后面最后一个字是 emotion。现在我们大家常常在说情商很重要啊，那你要好好管理情绪，那这个情绪就是 emotion。所以这个整句话的意思，它就是说狗呢，它是以其表情丰富的面孔跟理解人类情绪的能力而著名的哦。
Yes. And it's quite funny because I saw in a study somewhere, I don't know how accurate it is, but I do find it interesting. They say that since dogs have been man's best friend for so many, like hundreds of years, so that's like a nickname we give dogs.
Yeah, 狗狗
man's best friend.
Yeah, man's best friend, 人类最好的朋友。
Yes, since they've been with humans for so many generations, they have evolved to know how to read our emotions and to also give us the puppy eyes. Do you know the puppy eyes?
Yeah.
Right, puppy is like a baby dog. Puppy. So they know that when they want something, if they make a very sad like face, like with their expressive face, then we will feel sorry for them and we will give them food.
Wow.
Yeah.
很厉害。所以老师说，狗狗他们在人类身边已经那么久了，他们已经有点演化成他们有这个 puppy eye 这种表达的方法，就是只要他们要什么，可以给我一个罐头吗？他就会用那种水汪的眼睛看着你。
Everyone is defenseless.
Defenseless 就代表说你无可抵挡他，你没有办法跟他说 no 的。
Everyone is defenseless when it comes to the puppy eyes.
Yeah, it's like okay, 好了，给你。
Yes. So we'll continue. And here, when we continue, we see that we are talking about the other picture. So it's a good way to transition. It's like a hard transition because there's no like transition words like on the other hand or other than that, like something like words like that can help people know that you're transitioning. But sometimes a hard transition like this that we're about to see works too. In picture B, we see cats.
好，那老师刚刚讲到一个写作很重要的，通常我们写作我们都会鼓励学生要写 transition words， 就是所谓的转承词。但在这一篇文章，它其实告诉你说写120个单字就好，所以有时候一个比较硬一点的转接的地方，像这样子，直接把你的目光从 A 照片直接移到 B 照片。所以他说 in picture B， 在图 B 之中，我们看到猫。
And I think that's a good thing to learn because we do put a lot of emphasis when we're teaching to give you guys a lot of transitions.
Yes.
And I know sometimes that can feel overwhelming. Like, do I always have to put like a very beautiful transition for a good essay? Yes and no. It's good to have it, but if sometimes you feel like I want a easy transition, then that could be your best choice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes less is more, right?
Less is more.
All right, so now our mindset is set on the cats, right? So these graceful creatures are independent and like to groom themselves.
所以他这边用了 graceful 优雅的这个形容词来形容猫咪。他说这些优雅的 creature 生物很独立，而且喜欢 groom， 喜欢打理自己。groom 就是有一种梳理的意思，所以你会看到猫咪一直在梳它们自己的毛，所以叫做groom themselves.
Right. So groom, this verb is brushing or cleaning the coat of an animal. Okay. Usually we use it when it comes to an animal.
Yeah.
We don't really say we groom ourselves as much. Yeah. Some people might, but it's usually associated with an animal. Okay. They can be loving when they choose to be.
对，所以这个跟狗狗很不一样的地方，是因为猫咪它们想要的时候，它们可以很亲人。
Cats are also known for their flexible bodies, which allow them to jump and climb with ease.
那这边 flexible 这个字可以学一下。当我们要讲说，一个人的个性很随和，请不要用 easy， 你可以说 this person is very flexible。那当然 flexible 也有所谓肢体的柔软度很好，你也可以说he or she is very flexible. He or she can do split 劈腿，那也可以用 flexible 这个字。那我们在这边呢 ，flexible 我们用中文翻译比较好是灵活，所以猫也以它灵活的身体而闻名。这个呢，使它能够轻松的跳跃或者是攀爬。
Right. So with ease, when you put it after a verb, it's just saying that you can do it very easily. So you could also say and climb easily, right, using the adverb. So it's just another way to say it, just being able to do something without much effort.
所以这边 with ease 这边老师有讲说可以用 easily E-A-S-I-L-Y 代表轻松的毫不费力的。
So let's take a look at these two pictures. Let's talk about it a bit more. So earlier we were talking about the dogs in picture A and some of the adjectives we might think, such as shaggy or furry, right? And then on the right-hand side with picture B with the cats. All right, so for the cats, I might use the adjective for the kittens here because kittens are baby cats, right? And even though there are two T's, we often make that T sound very like silent. Kitten. Yeah, you can say kitten. That's fine too. But in English, like usually when we're in conversations, it's a little bit more difficult to have those hard T sounds. So we might change it to a silent T, kitten. So these kittens, I would say that they're very cuddly.
Cuddly 就像娃娃一样，感觉好像很好抱这样 cuddly.
Right, so to cuddle, C-U-D-D-L-E, means to kind of hold someone. Sometimes when you're sleeping, you want to cuddle with someone. You want to get really close to them and feel that love. That's like cuddle, right? So to make that into an adjective, it's cuddly. C-U-D-D-L-Y. Okay, so these cats, you just want to hold them in your hand, in your arms and hug them. So they're very cuddly. All right. And also because of their fur, when they're kittens, it's often even softer than when they're adult cats or if you want to compare it to the dogs in picture A. So I would use the adjective here, fuzzy.
Oh, fuzzy.
Right. So when you see something as fuzzy, it's similar to furry. But furry usually gives you the mental picture that the hair is longer. Okay, the fur is longer. But when the fur is a little shorter, it looks like a little bit like fuzz, right? Fuzz in Chinese would be like 杂毛, right? 杂杂的, right? So fuzzy is the adjective of that. It feels like it's even softer than furry.
所以我们刚刚有讲过 furry， 但 furry 感觉是比较长毛的，然后毛可能很蓬很软，但是 fuzzy 又来得更软一点。但是其实我们也蛮常听到人家说I feel very fuzzy today， 那就代表说今天觉得有点烦，有点杂。
So what we've done here in the first segment is that we're trying to first kind of give examples and adjectives of both pictures, like of puppies and dogs first and kittens and cats second. All right, so the next part we're going to talk about like this author is going to say like their own personal choice. So it's good to have that separation, kind of have like a objective view of the whole thing first, and then the second part can be more subjective.
所以我们这边可以看到他的写作架构。第一段它就是比较客观，那当然第二段我们就可以期待说，等一下会变得稍微比较主观一点。
Yes, let's take a break. If I were to choose a pet, I would pick a dog.
没错，所以第二段的第一句就很明显，就比较主观的一个概念就进来了。他说，如果让我选择宠物，我会选择狗。
So here we see would pick a dog, so that we know that it's not necessarily going to happen, like for sure, right? This is like a probability. I would pick a dog.
对，一个假设句的感觉。
So you could probably also assume that this author doesn't have a dog, right? Because of their friendly nature, dogs are more interactive and can be great companions.
对，所以老师刚刚有特别讲到，因为我们看到 would 这个字代表它是假设语气，所以我们可以大胆猜测，其实这个写作的人他没有狗，但如果他要有一个宠物的话，他会选择狗。所以第二句他说 because of， 这边可以稍微标注一下 because of 后面我们要接上名词，所以他说 because of their friendly nature， 因为他们友善的天性。OK， 所以在这边他提到了天性是一个名词，狗的互动性更高，可以成为很好的companion。 我们提过这个字，就是伴侣、陪伴的人、伙伴。
Right. In addition, their loyalty and protective nature provide a sense of safety and companionship that I really value.
这边写得好好哦。这边 a sense of safety 大家可以画起来。我们中文常常讲什么安全感、成就感，这些什么什么感都是 a sense of 后面接上名词。所以这边呢，他告诉你说，此外 in addition 是一个非常好的 transition。那他们的忠诚和保护人的天性，给予我所重视的安全感跟陪伴。
So one thing I want to talk about, because this part is more subjective, right?
Yes.
This paragraph.
比较主观。
So in the very beginning, the author is already saying, if I were to choose a pet, I would pick a dog. So this is already giving a strong opinion of what they want. The second sentence doesn't necessarily have any kind of part that says, I think that dogs are more interactive and great companions. If you looked at the second sentence by itself, it looks like it's trying to state a fact. But it's not necessarily a fact, right? It's more of an opinion. But at the same time, I think this is a good thing to bring up because a lot of times when people are writing, they might be like, oh, this is my opinion. Do I have to put I think before every sentence? But this author is choosing not to, but we already know that it's their opinion because of the first sentence, and the sentence after says that I really value. Then the second sentence in the middle doesn't necessarily have to have the word I. We already know that this is just this person's opinion. I think this is just something I want to bring up. So when you're writing, you don't feel like you have to always write, I think, or I believe, or I want, you know, like, and that can sound and look very repetitive in a bad way, like when you're writing something.
老师刚刚讲到一个非常重要的一个写作的要点哦。当我们写作的时候，我们常常会想要分辨出说我们现在在讲的是 fact 事实，还是 opinion 是我们自己的想法。那通常我们在表达想法的时候，我们台湾的孩子在写作很容易就是 I think 啊 I guess 啊 I believe 啊，就是常常会 I。但是在这边我们可以看到他写作的方式，他第一句告诉你 I would pick a dog。我会选择狗，所以我已经告诉你我的偏好是狗了。接下来第二句，他就直接去描述他们的天性，他不用讲说 I think the dogs are very friendly， 不需要再重复了。所以这是一个很特别，而且会让写作或者是应该说读你们作品的人会有一个耳目一新的感觉，因为它比较少这些 repetitive 一直重复性的字眼出现，大家可以真的好好练习一下。
Yes， 我也要强调一下，因为我自己是讲英文的人，但我有的时候也会一直有这个
语病，感
觉很像一定要讲。我觉得什么 whatever，but it's not always the case. You don't always have to do that. So I really like the author and what they did here. So I just wanted to point that out so you know that's an option for you when you're writing your composition.
Yeah.
All right. And then value, that verb, it means what you put great importance on. So that I really value, that means that they put a lot of importance on the sense of safety and companionship that a dog can offer. All right, let's continue. Oh, so this author is also trying to still say some good things about cats, right? While cats are cute, I appreciate the strong connection and enjoyment that come with having dogs as pets.
所以这边这个作者真的花很多心思，很厉害，写作很厉害。所以他刚刚讲了很多狗狗的好，对不对？他现在还是要提到一些猫猫。所以他说，虽然猫很可爱哦，对，大家都同意猫很可爱，所以我还是提一下的感觉。但我很重视养狗作为宠物所带来的强烈连结跟乐趣。
So I also want to bring up. I saw there was a study about dogs. They wanted to see if dogs actually know how to love their owners, or are their owners just people who feed them? So is a dog happy to see you because they just know that when they see you, the food is coming, or do they actually love you? So they actually looked inside like a response in the dog's brain, the chemical responses, to see the part of the brain that responds to love. So when they saw their owners, does that part of the brain have a reaction? So when they did this experiment, they realized that yes, these dogs, when they see their owners, the part of the brain that responds to love does have a response. So it's not just because you feed me, it's because I really love you. Yeah, so I don't know about cats. I haven't heard anything about that. It doesn't mean they haven't done it. I just haven't seen that research.
Maybe we should take our other hat and do this kind of experiment.
Right, yeah. But let's take some time to talk about our own. personal like preferences. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'm 150% cat person.
Oh, wow. You're very sure. Why?
Oh, yeah. Well, me personally, I have a cat for 11 years almost.
Okay.
And then I feel like the cat saved my life. Yeah, I found my cat on the street when I was...
So it was a stray cat?
It was a stray cat.
S-T-R-A-Y, stray cat.
Yeah, 流浪猫. And it was under 1 month old when I found him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did you find them?
Oh, in like a very tiny like 消防巷子, you know, like an alley.
A very small alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it was on a raining day, 下雨天. And then I pick up my cat, take him to the vet, and then I was trying so hard to look for an owner for him.
Okay.
But then at the end, I decided to keep it as my own pet. And then that pet taught me how to love, how to be responsible, how to, you know, take care of other people, and also brought me home.
Oh, yeah. So it just made you feel like your home was even more like a sanctuary, like a comfortable place for you, right? Well, I think that's a very good point. It's a good story because if you're writing your composition and you happen to have a cat or a dog, this is a good place for you to actually talk about your own personal experiences. For this author here in the second paragraph, they might not have a dog at home, so they're saying a lot of probability, I would pick a dog. But in Minnie's case, she could be like, I have a cat at home, and then she can list, you know, the story that she just told us and then write about that. It can be a more personal reason that you're giving. And a lot of times when you're writing things, it's better to have a personal example to give because it makes not only yourself more able to write something that touches yourself, you can touch people because it's more related to your own personal experience. So that's something to remember. Yeah, I think compositions, they sound like scary things because you're like, oh, I have to write about 120 words. What am I going to do? Right? Sometimes just make it a personal story, and that's what makes the writing even better.
所以老师这边他刚刚做了一个教学 demo 啊，我刚好展示了一个不一样的写法。我们这篇文章的写法，它是假设我有一只狗，我想要狗，因为那个是我脑袋里面的 picture 的想象。那以 Minnie 老师的写法的话，我会直接带入我自己的亲身经验，然后把自己的故事写出来。这两者都是写作非常常见的写作模式，然后也都是非常适合大家，只要多练习，大家一定都可以做得到。写作不困难，只是我们都真的需要练习。
That's true.
Yeah.
And for myself, I'm a 50-50 cat person and dog person. You're just so cute. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.